Hello all and welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be discussing a topic that has been at the forefront of everyone's thoughts lately, inflation. Specifically, we'll be examining the serious inflation warning issued by Robert Kiyosaki, the best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad and a financial expert, famous for uncovering the realities about money and finances that the world doesn't teach you. Segment 1. The inflation problem. The inflation problem is one that has been affecting people for generations. It's a situation where the cost of living is steadily increasing and the value of money is decreasing. In simple terms, you're earning less and paying more. This is a major concern for anyone who is trying to save or invest their money. The most common cause of inflation is an increase in the money supply. When the government prints more money, the value of each dollar decreases. This leads to an increase in prices for goods and services, and that's where the inflation problem starts. There are several other factors that contribute to inflation. For instance, economic growth can lead to increased demand for goods and services, which in turn can lead to higher prices. This is known as demand pull inflation. Another factor is cost push inflation, which occurs when the cost of production goes up due to factors such as increased energy costs, wages, or raw materials. This results in companies passing on these costs to consumers in the form of higher prices. Inflation is not only a problem for individuals, but also for the economy as a whole. It erodes the purchasing power of money and reduces the real value of savings and investments. This can discourage investment and savings, which can lead to a slowdown in economic growth. Moreover, inflation can also cause a decrease in the value of stocks, bonds, and other assets, which can hurt investors in retirement portfolios. Another issue with inflation is that it can lead to wage stagnation. This occurs when wages do not keep pace with inflation, meaning that workers are effectively earning less in real terms. This can result in a decrease in consumer spending, which in turn can slow down the economy. Inflation can also have a regressive effect on low-income households, who are disproportionately affected by the rising cost of living. For example, they may have to choose between buying food and paying for housing, which can result in financial hardship. Segment 2. Robert Kiyosaki's dire 2023 inflation warning. Robert Kiyosaki has been a financial expert for over 30 years, and he's been keeping a close eye on the inflation situation. In his latest book, The Inflation Warning, Robert warns that the inflation problem is only going to get worse in the next few years. In particular, he predicts that the inflation rate will skyrocket in 2023. Robert explains that the inflation problem is a result of the government's monetary policies. He says that the government is printing more money than ever before, and that this is only going to increase the inflation rate in the coming years. He believes that the root cause of inflation is the monetary policies of the government, which he believes are misguided and misinformed. According to him, the government is constantly printing more money, which is leading to an oversupply of currency in circulation, and in turn, this is driving up the inflation rate. The government's monetary policies, he says, are not only affecting the price of goods and services, but also the value of money. The government is printing more money in an attempt to stimulate the economy and create jobs, but in reality, this is only leading to a devaluation of the currency and a decline in the standard of living. Robert also argues that the government's approach to inflation is misguided, as it is only focusing on reducing the inflation rate and not the underlying causes. This approach is not sustainable and will only lead to further problems down the line. Instead, he believes that the government should focus on reducing the money supply and encouraging savings and investment, which would help to stabilize the economy and reduce the inflation rate. In his latest book, The Inflation Warning, Robert outlines several strategies that individuals can use to protect themselves from inflation. He suggests that people should focus on building assets, such as real estate, stocks, and bonds, as these assets are more likely to hold their value in the face of inflation. He also encourages people to develop multiple streams of income and to diversify their portfolios to reduce their exposure to inflation. Segment 3. Bracing yourself for inflation. So what can you do to brace yourself for the impending inflation in 2023? Robert has some important advice that can help you prepare for the worst. First, Kiyosaki preaches to educate yourself on the inflation problem. This means learning more about the root cause of inflation and how it affects the economy. Second, he advises that you start saving your money. He says that you should aim to save at least 10% of your income every month. This will give you a cushion against the rising cost of living. Third, Kiyosaki suggests that you start investing in assets that have the potential to increase in value over time. For example, you can invest in stocks, real estate, or precious metals. This will help you protect your money from the effects of inflation. Additionally, he recommends diversifying your investments to reduce your risk. This means investing in a variety of assets to ensure that if one fails, you still have others to fall back on. He also suggests considering alternative investments such as bonds, mutual funds, and index funds. These options provide a more stable return on investment, which can help you weather the ups and downs of the market. Lastly, Robert stresses the importance of monitoring your investments and making adjustments as necessary. This means keeping an eye on economic indicators and making informed decisions based on your personal financial goals. By taking these steps, you can prepare yourself for the impending inflation in 2023 and protect your finances from its negative effects. So there you have it, folks. A deep dive into Robert Kiyosaki's dire 2023 inflation warning and how you can brace yourself for it. We hope you found this video informative and engaging. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We're always bringing you the latest news and information on the world of finance. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comments section below. We love to hear from you.